Hello, this is Susan Poss at Spartanburg Community College, and I wanted to work with you a little bit today on systems of equations, which is the systems we're going to be working on are going to have two variables, and we're going to be working with two equations to solve. So these are age problems, and sometimes students have a little bit of difficulty with these, so I thought I'd work a couple to help you get started with the age problems. I like to do a little bit of a chart. Sometimes charts help me get organized. So let me read the problem, and then I'll show you how I'm going to set up a chart. We have two people here, Kevin and Joan. Kevin is 20 years older than his sister Joan. That's a lot older than your sister. In 14 years, he will be twice as old as Joan. How old is each of them now? So you've got a time interval here. You're looking for their ages now. We know a little bit about them now, but we also know some things about them in 14 years. So I think what I'm going to try and do is chart this for you, put it in some sort of a little organization. I'm going to go here to the end and see what I'm looking for. I'm looking for their current age. So I like to label this age now. So this K is going to represent Kevin's age now. And we'll let J represent Joan's age now, her current age. All right, so we know that Kevin is 20 years older than his sister Joan. So whatever his age is, it's 20 larger than hers. So they are not equal. But if I take her age and add 20 years onto her age, then it will equal his age. So take her current age, increase it by 20, and it should equal her brother's age. This is in the present. So now I'm going to go with another little organizational tool over here. Here are their ages now. Let's take a look at their ages in the future. This is the second part of my problem that I want to work on. All right, so if Kevin is currently K years old, then in 14 years, he will be his current age plus 14. And the same with Joan. If she is J years old now, in 14 years, she will be J plus 14. So you just take their current ages and add 14 on to each one, and that's what their age is going to be in the future. So let's go over here and see if we can get this second equation. In 14 years, he will be twice as old as Joan. In 14 years, he will be twice as old as Joan. So there's my equation number 2. In 14 years, his age will be K plus 14. Her age will be J plus 14. And at that point, his age is going to be twice as much as her age. So these are not equal. Again, his age is the greater value. But if I take her age and double it, then it will equal his age. And of course, both of these are still out there in 14 years. So there's our system of equations in two variables, K and J. And the first equation is already solved explicitly for K. So I'm going to take that information and go into equation number 2. And remove the letter K and replace it with its equivalent, which is J plus 20. All right, so I think I'm ready to work now. You notice the equation has only the letter J in it. So I have J plus 20 plus 14 on the left-hand side. And distributing this 2, I have 2J plus 28. On the right-hand side, let me combine some like terms over here. And I think I'll subtract J from both sides. So that leaves me with 1J. 2j subtract 1j is 1j, and then I'm going to subtract 28 from each side. So it looks like Joan's current age is 6. Notice this is the single letter J. Go back up here, the single letter J represents Joan's age now. So her current age is 6 years old, and we can find his age by going back to equation number 1. We know that Kevin is Joan's age plus 20. He's 20 years older, so Kevin is currently 26, and Joan is 6. There's a 20-year difference in their ages. So just as a matter of checking, let's look at Kevin's age in 14 years. If he's 26 now, in 14 years he will be 40. And let's look at Joan's age. If she is 6 years old now, in 14 years she will be 20. And the sentence said, in 14 years, he will be twice as old as Joan. So that looks good to me. It's all checking out the way I wanted it to check out. So one more that's very similar is an age problem. We'll set it up and then solve it very quickly. These are two people, Kathy and her sister Sue. So again, let me go with my organizational chart. Let's do their age now. So I'm going to let K represent Kathy's current age, or her age now. And we'll let Sue be represented by S. So this is her age now. All right, so let's see. Here's my first equation, I think. Kathy is 6 years older than her sister Sue. Kathy is 6 years older than her sister Sue. Ooh, that S and that 6, I have to be careful that my S's don't look like 5s. All right, so that's our first equation. In 3 years, all right, so I'm going to come back over here and get myself organized again. So the age in the future, I've seen some of these where it goes back into the past too, where you subtract their ages away. So in 3 years, all right, so if Kathy is K years old now, she will be K plus 3 years old, 3 years into the future. And Sue will be S plus 3 years old in the future. So it says, gives me a little bit of information about that relationship in 3 years. She will be twice as old as Sue. She meaning Kathy. So in 3 years, she will be twice as old as her sister Sue. Okay, again, these are not equal. This one is twice as much as that one. So to make them equal, we multiply the smaller value times 2. So again, we have our system. This is very much like the first one. This one is already solved for K. I'm going to go into equation number 2 and do a little substitution. And replace the letter K with 6 plus S from equation number 1. Do a little bit of arithmetic. Distribute this 2 over the parentheses. I'm going to combine these two like terms here, 6 and 3. All right, so let's see, we've got 9 on the left-hand side, 1s plus 6 on the right-hand side. I think I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So it looks like Sue's current age is 3. And then I'll go back to equation number 1 to get Kathy's age. And so Kathy's age is equal to 6 plus Sue's age. Sue's age was 3. So Kathy's age now is 9. All right, so that checks out. Kathy is 6 years older than her sister Sue. Let's go down and look at Kathy's age in 3 years. She will be 12. And her sister Sue will be 6. And that checks out with the fact that in 3 years, so 3 years into the future, Kathy will be twice as old as Sue. And we see a 12 here and a 6 there. So I think that's a good place to stop on working the problems about age.